We're inside the Grown Folks Relationship Hour. Welcome to the show. What's up to everybody on Periscope and our Twitter page today? What's going on? Philly Wheaton in the building. How are you?
What up?
Kenya Brown, you doing good?
I'm good.
Before we really get started all the way into the show, we had our debate over today's I Got Five on the conversation. And the question was, they had to name five things that chase people in movies. And one of the answers, someone said it was bullets, and I said yes. And so Philly and Kenya says you can't be chased by bullets. Yeah. Tell me why.
Well, I said you can't be chased by a bullet because you're either shot by a bullet or you dodged a bullet.
All right.
I agree.
Okay.
Why do you think that people get chased by bullets?
Okay, because the bullets are coming at you and you have to run from them.
Then they just missed you.
You gotta run from them.
Well, people get chased in the cars. You don't get caught.
It's a car chase.
Okay, it
You ever heard
says
of bullet chase.
this self-guided bullet can chase you down from over a mile away. I'm reading this now on Facebook. Somewhere. All right. There was a time when increasing the distance between yourself and a sharpshooter bit on your own examination would significantly improve your chances of survival. Mm-hmm. But that time is coming to an end. Government engineers have designed a bullet that can aim itself, paying attention,
Really?
correcting its own path mid-flight in order to connect with targets over a mile away. Is this the future of armed warfare? Thank you.
What are you
So
talking
somebody
about, man?
was waiting with that little tidbit
Yes.
just to refute
on,
my
Man,
bullet
I
chasing.
didn't make this up. This is information from the government.
They said
research.
they said they're designing,
Look here.
so it's not out.
They had to know. You know how they do the stories before they officially put it out
So
there.
it's not out, right?
Hold on. Let me see what the word says. Let's see what the word. Did they say design or designed? Yes, it says government engineers have designed. That means it's done.
Okay.
I haven't heard of it.
Yes.
Have you heard
Well,
of it?
unless
Sam?
you're a
Sam, have you heard of
sniper.
it? Government only issuing that. You don't get that at
Let's see
gun
what
and
you-
tackles.
Right.
You don't get that at Walmart gun
I don't
stores.
have that ammo.
Okay.
I guess good for people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By Red Jones and Brian Kask, Sandia National Laboratories. They the ones who made this.
Yeah, never
Well,
heard of
good
it.
for them.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's go to the relationship hour.
Oh.
All right. So relationship hour. We can read and help this sister out, Philly. I really want to hear what you got to say. You're a father. Man, this is going to be, folks going to be tripping on this one.
Okay. Dear Sam, my husband and I are having a serious disagreement about child rearing. Our son recently got in trouble in school, and my husband and I got into a huge argument about his punishment. My parents didn't whip me as a child. I believe a child should be talked to when they have done something wrong, and I grew up perfectly fine. But my husband believes in spare the rod, spoil the child, and if he is the man of the house, what he says rules. Oddly enough, before the kids came, my husband and I were always on one accord. Now we are always at each other's throats, and the kids are now picking up on our tensions. I don't know the man I married anymore, and I don't know what to do.
What do you say, bro?
I think that as far as being a disciplinary, that goes to whoever is the strongest mentally. Like somebody can handle pressure, somebody can do it that. Now, as far as what he says goes, I don't think they must be like 50, 60.
Right.
Because that's an old school mentality.
That's a whole nother debate now.
Yeah, that's an old school mentality.
That's a whole nother debate.
Because nowadays, I don't believe men are really thinking nowadays. Men aren't really thinking what I say goes. You have to be of mature stature to understand what that really means.
I'm on reason. Like, for example, me and my wife had to decide something today. I was like, we need to do this. And how are we going to come up with such, woo. I was like, I don't know. So what do you suggest? But I know we got to do something.
Right.
And then she said, well, why don't we do it like this? I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's a smart man.
Yeah. You just initiated.
You hear this girl. You hear this girl. You see the look on her face.
It makes sense. But he started the conversation.
I started the
Right,
conversation.
right.
He said that we need to do this.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling you we need to do this, and you figure out how we do it.
That's fine.
So it was still collective. I could have ignored it, and then I still had to take the lead.
Right.
As what? As the man.
As the man.
Now, if she has the answer, so be it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
working
saying.
for us.
Why should I be like, yes, yes, and then it's a dumbass decision, and now
She's looking at you.
right. And if I think hers is a dumbass decision, I'm gonna overrule it too.
Yeah.
It's just like, and I'm pretty sure she's like, you know what, that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Okay, we're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Life usually goes better when you can compromise.
I don't even really think it's
not even compromise when you communicate.
It's right. We won. So
Communicate,
It's when you communicate.
compromise,
because
all of those
I
things.
do that because if we won right, I do that to myself anyway. I be like to myself, the other one be like,
The other one.
So right. So now,
Now you have me in the studio, so you can just talk to me.
right. You better talk to yourself.
He doesn't have to talk to himself anymore.
I mean, because I don't know it all. You don't know it all.
No.
But we probably know it. We know more together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But back to this. I'm going to tell you the little boy is behind up.
Yeah.
So you're a spanker.
Not as much as I used to. I have conversations first. My old way was just beat that ass, especially with little Sam, because Sam was out of control. He was getting kicked out of school. He swung on his teacher, female teacher, and we don't do that in the Sylk. So you're not going to do that.
Absolutely.
And so she wanted to call the law. So I got involved. Like, no, I'm about to tap his ass right here. And then she wanted to try to tell me. I said, well, how you going to tell me when you was calling the law? I said, he's nothing but 11 years old. I said, so you trying to come up with calling the police. That's not going to help at 11 years old. So we were butt in my house.
Yes.
And she never had a problem no more either. Like, you're not going to make me look bad. Where you get this from?
Are you a spanker, really?
I am. I'm a puncher now.
What?
He's 15.
And then my son at his age now, what was he, 21? This little Negro thought he was going to swell up. And I said, dude, have you forgotten?
You can catch these hands.
Yeah, have you forgotten? I'm ready.
I'm ready. Yeah, I knew that would happen.
Right.
I knew it would happen.
Yes.
Try me.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a spanker.
Nah, we weren't about to spank. He's 21.
Right, ain't no
There
spanking.
wasn't no spanking.
Well, 21, okay, but
There ain't no spanking at 21.
Right, ain't no damn spanking.
It's whooped.
Right. The hell you mean?
You're getting whooped.
And it's my disrespect talking crazy mama right there. Like, dude, your mama's right there.
right.
Now, how I look, being punked by a 21-year-old, she
came
being
from you.
disrespect, right, came from us. And I'm going to say, come on, man, come on.
I agree, but, I think that kids benefit more from, I guess sometimes you might have to use physical punishment, but I think kids benefit more from understanding, from that communication, the same way that you would communicate with your wife. Well, I had two different sets of kids. I had my son. I could talk to him if I explained to him.
Right.
Then he was fine.
Some
He
kids they get that.
Yeah, I never had a child that I had to like physically hit unless they were in danger or something.
And I'm talking about on the butt. We ain't talking about punching them and the arms and abusing them.
Well, we got abuser number one over here. Somebody called child service.
I'm not baby's daddy.
But listen, I don't care what nobody said. When like now, I can really talk to JB. Like, you don't do him like you used to do. I could talk to him. He's a different kid, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? He's gotten hardly none compared to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when it was time, I got him.
Well, at least you can tell the difference in the personality of the kids. I feel that if you had just a blanket policy that every time the child did some type of infraction that you putting hands on my child,
that's dumb.
then we have a problem.
That's dumb because where are you getting?
Right.
you need to have a conversation because you need to know where your child is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like this. Let me say this to all the parents watching. It's just like school, right? All kids are not the same. And if each teacher, if that teacher treats that kid like the other ones, he or she is not grabbing the lesson.
Absolutely.
Because their technique must be different, a different approach for these other 3 kids than these other 7 kids.
Right.
And that's how it is in parenting. You can't treat everything with, I'm going to whoop that ass.
Right.
That ain't going to, because I'll be real. I got my ass beat a lot when I was a kid. And then it worked.
Yeah.
But I just didn't let them see what I would do. I would still go out and and do whatever. But I was like, nah, you know what?
Got more clever.
Yeah.
But don't you learn to be violent? Like,
I didn't.
Don't you learn? To me, if you don't talk and communicate, then what are your kids going to do when they go to solve a problem? It's like, oh, you wronged me, so now we got to get into it. And it's a dangerous situation these days because if your child has a mentality that, hey, you wronged me, you stepped on my shoes, you did something wrong to me that I didn't like, now we gotta throw hands.
Yeah.
So, and then in this day and age, you don't know if the other kids are carrying guns. You don't know what's going on. So you want people to be able to, your child to be able to diffuse situations. You want them to be able to have conversations and really flow within life, not just fighting all the time.
Right. Yeah, true. No, you bring up a great point. Sam Sylk Show. Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you?
All right.
I kind of hear on the radio you guys are talking about these teenage boys, kids, period, because the girls are just as bad. But to be honest with you, the best thing I ever could have done was step up to the side and let my husband take care of it because this boy was out of control.
Yeah, I think men should take care of the boys and moms should take care of the girls.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
That's just me.
Because when I was, no bullshit. My son, he's 16. He was cutting classes, decided he was going to smoke some reefer, all this other stuff. He grown man. When I decided I was going to step up to it, he looked at me and laughed at me, honey.
Oh, see, that's that disrespect that I don't like boys doing to their mama. And see, I'm crazy. When you disrespect your mama, now you got a problem with me and you. We head up. Don't let your mama tell me you disrespect because now we boxing. I'm just saying.
Somebody gonna lose.
I called my husband at work. I said, baby, look, this is what's going on. We at the school. He left work. He said, I'm on my way. And I'll tell you right now, so my husband don't play that. He yokes him up. He said, you want to disrespect your mom and embarrass him, or disrespect
After
you and
she
embarrass
laid
you?
up there and carried your ass and could have died, I'm going to whoop that ass. Thank you for the call. Sam Sylk Show, hello.
Hey, Sam Sylk, Stevie D, commenting on your topic of the day.
Yes, sir.
And, you remember the old adage, spare the rod, spoil the child.
Mm-hmm.
And there is something to, that old school way of thinking and disciplining your child. And, of course, that should be the last result. I mean, realistically, timeouts and all these punishment things don't work for many of our kids. And, I mean, the behavior of kids now have changed dramatically, especially since you took the disciplinary, stuff out of schools now. I remember in school, I used to get paddled when I got in trouble. And
I did too. I remember that.
Before I figured out, I need to change my behavior.
Yeah.
And kids now know this and feel like they can get away with anything because you can't do corporal punishment anymore. I mean, prime example is the juvenile courts. When the kids rioted down there, the correctional officers are now allowed to put hands on these kids at their own risk of the safety and the other kids in there. That's just insane.
Yeah.
So without having any fear of any corporate punishment, they do whatever the heck they want to. That's why they disrespect their parents, the teachers in the schools,
yes, sir,
and so forth and so on,
I'm with you on that, man. I appreciate that call, man. He brought up a lot. That's real. Sam Sylk Show, what's up?
Hi.
Hey.
I was calling about the chastising boys.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you should whoop your son's ass if you're a man. If you do something wrong, you should let him know. Real men don't do certain things.
That's right.
And the only way he gonna know is if you get in his ass.
Yeah.
Talking ain't gonna. You talk to him too, but
I'm down. I'm down with having a conversation. Okay, I'm not that old school where in the old school you just got your ass whooped. I like to talk and explain and have conversations more than once or twice. Now, once we get to the third, fourth time, we got a problem.
Yes. You definitely, you should explain why I'm whooping your ass.
That's right. That's right.
You need to know why. It's a lesson to be learned. But
That's right.
You going to remember that whooping.
That's right. All right,
definitely,
beautiful.
You should remember both.
All right, Queen.
All right.
All right, Sam Sylk Show. Hello.
Hello, Sam. What's going on?
You got it.
This is Sam from Grocery. I just want to talk about
Your phone sounds really bad. Your phone sounds really bad, like you're really far away. Hold on. We'll be right back. Sam Sylk Show. Hello.
Yeah, I'm calling on the question about whooping your kids.
Yeah. She's salty because her husband wants to tap her sons, their sons behind.
Okay, listen. When I was growing up, I never got a whooping, and I've never whooped my children or my grandchildren. In my opinion, there is never an excuse for lashing a piece of leather across a child's flesh.
Okay.
Okay? You can do, and talking to is not enough sometimes, but there are other forms of discipline. And I believe that when an adult whoops a child, that's just them acting out their own anger. They're hitting this child because they're angry with them. Mm-hmm. And it's a residual of slavery as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. When you lash a piece of leather across a child's flesh, that is never acceptable.
Well, white people slash their kids' butt too. Right? It's not just a black thing. I see white people. Attention, all white people who whoop your kids' ass, call the station too.
They're wrong too. They're wrong too.
I think we do it more though.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that we do.
So let's see if this is a stereotype. Do black people whoop their kids' ass more, or white people do you whoop your kids just as much as we do? Because we kind of think that white folk don't do it because some of them kids be out of control. So
I know white people do it.
As much.
I don't think they do it as much as we do.
Okay.
But I think they do it too. But it's not acceptable in any culture as far as I'm concerned.
Got it.
Now, it's just they're just acting out their own anger on that child. There are other ways.
So let me ask you this real quick, and because we don't have time to go down all the other ways.
Okay.
But if you try all the other ways and it doesn't work, what do you do with your child when your child is out of control? Do you just give them to the system and say, you know what, I don't believe in whooping you. I've tried everything. I put you on all the medicine. So now I'm going to give you to the system. What do you do? I want someone to answer that question. After you tried every book that they told you.
Absolutely not. You don't
what do you do?
Your child over to the system.
But hold on.
I deal with
Attorney.
Yes.
But people, what I'm telling you is what people have been through. They have tried everything that you all have put out there, and it doesn't work. And then either the system will come after the parents if the parents are not following the laws, if their kids keep getting in trouble. So what do you do? If we follow everything you just said, don't spank them, don't do that, and try all the books, and they don't work, what do you do?
Well, listen, sometimes spanking them don't work either.
Well, okay, fine. If spanking doesn't work and everything else you tried doesn't work, what should a parent do?
Well, all I can tell you to do is pray about it, baby, because if you've tried everything else and it doesn't work, all you can do is pray about it. But for absolutely, you do not turn your children over to the system.
Good job. Hey, what's your name, attorney?
My name is Nikki.
All right, Queen Nikki, attorney Nikki, listen to the show. We appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Guys, this is great dialogue. We got to keep this going. Part 2 tomorrow on the Sam Sylk Show. For real. Part 2. Thank you all on Twitter, Periscope. We haven't been on Twitter or Periscope in a long time. I kind of like this Twitter. Retweet this video. Share it with your friends. It's on Periscope. It's on Twitter here. Thank you all so much for listening. SamSylk.com. You can see all the videos at Sam Sylk, all our relationship, our conversations right here on SamSylk.com. We do it again tomorrow. Grown Folks Relationship Hour. The Sam Sylk Show.
Ain't nobody high.